Hey everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jayden and today I'm going to be sharing with you all the books I plan to read in the month of May. So I have 9 books on my TBR for May, but I only own 5 of them. So I will insert pictures for the other 4 right over here. So I will start with the book that I'm currently reading, which is False Witness by Karen Slaughter. I'm about 100 pages in, 105 pages in, so I'm still pretty much at the beginning. As mentioned in my April wrap-up, I did get a late start to May, so this is a very ambitious TBR, being that I got a late start in the month. I have 9 books on my TBR and one of the books is over 800 pages, so we'll see what happens. I'm not going to be upset with myself if I don't read all of these books, but I am going to try my hardest. Next book I plan on reading is Breathless by Amy McCulloch, I believe is how you pronounce her last name. This is a debut author, I believe. A debut adult author. I chose this for my book of the month. I've never heard of it and I normally don't pick books that I've never heard of, but the premise sounded really good, so I'm excited to give this one a go. I am very bummed that Book Lovers by Emily Henry was not an option. It was in my 2022 anticipated releases video. I will link that up here if you haven't watched that. Those are all the books that I was excited for releasing in 2022, but I'm not going to be reading Book Lovers because I'm literally so OCD with my books that I'm not going to buy the paperback just to read it, because I would be buying it to get rid of it. I could probably get it from the library, but I would like for it to match my others, so I most likely won't be reading it. Maybe it'll come out on Book of the Month next month as a selection or maybe an add-on. We shall see, but for now I plan on reading this one. I also plan on reading The Hawthorne Legacy. This is the second book in the Inheritance Games trilogy. The third and final book comes out in August, so I figured I should just continue on with the series, especially because the Inheritance Games was on my 2022 reading challenges for Green. I will link that video up above as well. Basically, I talk about all the reading challenges I want to do, which are the Alphabet Challenge, where I read a book starting with every letter of the alphabet, and I read a book whose cover is the color of every color in the rainbow, including black and white. So for Green, it was the Inheritance Games, and then any book that I included in either one of those challenges, that was a series I wanted to read the entire series. So I read the Inheritance Games, now I'm going to read The Hawthorne Legacy. Next, I want to read Without Merit by Colleen Hoover. I have no idea what this book is about. I go into all Colleen Hoover books not knowing what they're about because I find it more fun to read them that way, so no idea what this one is about, but I have heard great things. Also very underrated, not super talked about, but I have heard about it from people on social media. And the last book that I own that I'll be reading is A Little Life. This was on my TBR last month. If you watched my April TBR, you saw that this was on there. I never got to it because I did end up going book shopping in mid-April, and at that point scratched my TBR and read what I wanted to read, which was majority of the books that I had just bought. So I pushed this one to May, and I promise I'll be reading it. I plan on reading it after I finish False Witness, so it will not be following me onto my June TBR. Also on my 2022 reading challenges. The other books I plan on reading that I don't own are An Honest Lie. That came out on the 26th of April, and I didn't get to it in time, so I pushed it to May, as well as One of Us is Dead by Geneva Rose. I also didn't get to that one in April because it also came out on the 26th, and so did The Children on the Hill. So there was 3 books that I was trying to read before April ended, and it didn't work out. So I put One of Us is Dead and An Honest Lie onto my May TBR. I also plan on reading Vicious by V.E. Schwab. That's also one of my reading challenges, so I'm feeling really good about last month and May with all of the books that I'll be reading that are on on my reading challenges. And then the last book I plan on reading is one of my anticipated releases for May, and that is My Summer Darlings by May Cobb. That comes out on the 17th, and I have pre-ordered it, so I will be reading that when it's released as well. So those are all the books I plan on reading for May. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what books you plan on reading for May, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!